So this simple paracord upgrade can turn just about any flashlight into a tactical tool. Because if you carry a light for EDC or self-defense purposes, this simple technique and upgrade can make miles of difference with how you carry and use your tactical light. Is it a little mall ninja? Sure.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Now you might ask, well Tim, why on earth would you do this? Well, the inspiration of this mod came from an 800-year-old Indonesian weapon called the Karambit, which was originally a farming tool inspired by tiger claws. A karambit is characterized by a sickle-shaped blade, but most importantly, it's held in a reverse grip, and it has an index finger ring for retention, as well as, cool, flashy tricks that I dare not attempt with a live blade. But that being said, the finger loop and reverse grip is what we're after. There's a lot of utility to doing this, as I'm going to get into. Coolest one is at the end of the video, so stick around. Now your choice of light matters, and the crux of this mod working will depend on the configuration of that light. The ideal choice would be a light that has a pocket clip and tail cap actuation. Now with my particular example, I'm using the Olight Warrior Mini 3. We're using 550 paracord, of course, an infinitely useful nylon rope that you can get at paracordweavers.com, and we're going to use a prussik knot, which starts with a lark's head and then you just make an additional pass around. Now notice I'm anchoring this knot to my pocket clip. This does interfere with my two-way clip on this particular light, but that's okay because I don't really need it in that direction. Now depending on your light, you might not need to anchor it, but I just wanted some insurance so that it doesn't slip off. Because one of the main purposes of this karambit is quick draw. In this setup, the light is meant to be carried with the emitter down and either on a belt or strap. You're going to see how in a sec. Now look here for a second, because after I tied the prussik hitch, I'm going to rotate it around the body of the flashlight so that the front of the knot is facing away from the pocket clip. This is going to depend on if you're carrying the light left or right-handed. We're going to use a snake knot tied after the prussik knot to keep it in place and cinch that snake knot right up against the prussik hitch as tightly as you can. The purpose of this single stopper knot is to hold the hitch in place while you work on the finger loop. In order for this to work, the hitch knot needs to stay tight against the light, and there's some nice texturing on this flashlight, and that's really going to help. When I look at the light from the tail end, you can see that the running ends are perpendicular to the pocket clip, so make sure you plan ahead on how you want to carry. Now pay attention here, as this part is a bit tricky. You can also loosen the knot to make space by slipping the hitch knot over the snake knot temporarily. Both cords are going to pass under the bottom two prussik knot cords. Careful not to scratch your flashlight if you're using a lacing needle like me. This is where we form our finger loop. I'm actually going to tighten the stopper knot back up again as I form the first side of the finger loop when I pull the cord through, mainly because it might fall apart. After that, just repeat the same thing on the other side. One of the most interesting things about the karambit is that it's such a unique age-old tool that's still being made and sold today. Now that being said, not so much as a farming tool, but mainly as a self-defense or offensive tool. It's made appearances in recent movies like John Wick 4 with Keanu Reeves and Extraction with Chris Hemsworth. Heck, we've even seen them in CSGO, and at this point, it's truly iconic. About that finger loop though, so size it accordingly and leave a bit of extra space for the Solomon knots, because we form the loop by tying those knots. Now, if you've never tied Solomon knots before, this will be the worst way to learn it, as the shape is a bit awkward, so you might not be able to see everything, but I will have links for a separate tutorial. Now that being said, we're going to tie the Solomon knots going around the finger loop cords from here. Earlier in the video, I did say the karambit is from Indonesia, but it is mainly native to the Malay and Javanese cultures. Also in some of the rougher areas of certain South Asian countries, I've heard that miscreants would carry karambits in their waistbands with the ring peeking out so that they could quickly and easily pull the knife from concealment, at which point they would probably politely ask you for your phone and wallet. But enough about knives. We're modding flashlights today. So a quick word about those. Before you say it, I am fully aware that there are flashlights out there that come with built-in retention rings that allows for a karambit style grip. But this mod is going to allow you to create the same grip on just about any flashlight with just a bit of paracord. Again, one of the main reasons why I love paracord is that it's just so dang useful. Not just for making bracelets and crafts, but for modding your gear. Now, of course, if I wasn't making a tutorial, I'd be using black paracord so that it matches my flashlight, but for visibility, I'm using this orange cord. Now, if you want a smoother feeling finger loop, you can try using the fishtail knot instead of the Solomon knots. Although I do think these Solomon knots create a more rigid finger loop just due to the nature of how they're tied. In case you didn't know, learning and mastering the Solomon knots and its intricacies is paramount to paracord crafting, as I can 100% say it's my most used knot when it comes to making and modding gear. It's just infinitely useful, kind of like paracord. So just go all the way around that finger loop to complete it. You might have to try a couple of times to get the sizing just right. And once we've tied enough going around the entire loop, we can do the clean finish and snip and melt the cords. But you don't have to do this, of course. You can just snip and melt them where they are. And oops, my apologies for being out of focus. I was trying not to mess up melting the cord, even though I kind of did. And I mentioned there are some very tactical benefits to this grip. And getting back to the quick draw notion, the tactility of the finger loop makes it very easy for you to index and pull that light from your belt or where it's being carried, and you instantly have your thumb on the tail switch, and it's pure muscle memory from there to activate it. Which is why this method is ideally carried on the belt or a sling strap, but it can work in the pocket or in a pouch. That just depends on how you orient the pocket clip. Also, this finger loop, which is conducive to the reverse Karambit grip, has another benefit. So if your flashlight has a crown or crenulated bezel on it for window breaking or to be used as an impact tool, this grip helps immensely with retaining the light should you need to strike something with it. In addition to all that, you're going to have strong retention over the light, keeps the orientation consistent, prevents you from losing it, and also it even allows for a relaxed grip without potentially dropping the light. I can literally have my hand open and I won't drop the light due to the finger loop, which means you can still manipulate objects or open doors with the same hand while retaining the light. Here is another example I tied up, and this flashlight has a much more typical one-way pocket clip, and as you can see, it works just fine for this model as well. And of course, one of the coolest things when it comes to manipulating objects, this is for my friends who can legally carry firearms as part of their EDC. If you do not have a dedicated weapon-mounted light, you can carry your flashlight on your weak side, and if you place your ring finger through the retention loop with the light on the back of your hand, you have two hands free to properly grip your pistol and have your light pointing in the same direction. Now, I'm sure there's a name for this technique, but I don't know what it is. And also, I am definitely not a firearms expert. This is a toy, and I am Canadian, unfortunately. That being said, from a practical standpoint, I'm able to hold my flashlight and still manipulate the firearm as I have both hands free, which I think is pretty cool. Now, I personally would use this Karambit grip as a belt or sling strap carry, but how would you use it? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want to see more paracord related EDC videos, check these ones out.